My understanding of Human Rights Day is it's not very broad, but I have some ideas about it. The right to basic health, the right to education, the right to food, water, the right to equality, and things such as that. I think, or believe rather, that it is pertinent for us to celebrate such a day because I think it's been forgotten, especially in the generation that we live in. A lot of us have forgotten or are not aware what the freedom fighters really fought for when it came to like our freedom and just having rights as a human being, equal rights rather. So I think celebrating such a day it fosters reminders for us about how long we've come as a nation and how much further we still have to go. And it also just reminds us that we are human, above and beyond being people that go to work 9 to 5, at school 7 until 3. We are human beings, and we have to exercise that right by all means necessary, with respect, of course.
Okay. Do you think the government is meeting those requirements in terms of adhering to our rights?
Well, that's a tricky one. That's a tricky one because it's very easy to say no, they are not, because it's very easy for us as a people to find things to complain about. But I think very often we don't sit down to look at the things that they are doing correctly that have assisted us and brought us this far, in terms of our rights and the freedom. The fact that we have freedom of speech, whereby at a certain time we used to be toned down and things were censored. I think they do play a part. Yes, they to an extent they did carry us this far. And since we always want to complain and find reasons why they're not doing things, we won't really be aware of that.
Human Rights Day, I could say, I don't know.
Um, so do you know anything about the Sharpeville Massacre?
Yo,
So do you feel like a lot still needs to be done to teach the young people about uh, things that happened in the past, whereby this holiday comes around?
yes, I do believe that young people need to be taught about it because it's basically an important part of the country's history. And like there's still some problems now that some young people are still facing, like education. The education system, it's not really that good because some people are complaining that education is expensive in the country. Like at Wits, the kids were striking, so I think it was last week or something. We have the right to education, but some people can't get that education because it's too expensive.
What I understand is we as humans, doesn't matter what race you are, we don't get a lot of privileges that we are supposed to have. On the basis of being a youth, I don't think everybody gets the same thing. Like dilo tse di tshwanang. People, a lot of things in this country require money. Here in South Africa, a lot of things are money required, or if you want a job, it's like a connection, komsebetsing, and I don't think that's fair for everybody. So what I understand is I think everybody needs to be equal. Doesn't matter moholo, munyani, you white, you black, you mixed. It doesn't really matter. But I think it's time like the economy or the government that's seeing a change in what happens within the economy and everything basically regarding our rights as humans.
Do you think there's a need for us to celebrate on Friday?
It doesn't have to be, we can celebrate. It doesn't necessarily have to be any specific day. I think any day of the week is a proper day to celebrate human rights. But I think it would be more celebratable during the week because that's when everybody comes together at work, like in your workspace, ko sekolong, wherever you are as a person. I think maybe a little celebration to celebrate yourself as an individual. We came this far, we got jobs and everything. So I think, yes, we are allowed to celebrate it.
Do you know the history behind the Human Rights Day, the 21 March?
Honestly, I do not. But maybe I have an idea. But I don't know the history, to be honest.
And do you feel there's still a lot needs to be done?
Yes.
The young ones?
Yes. I think if the government or the economy focused more on the youth rather than the people that are already in the industry, as in when I say the industry, I mean in terms of being, yes. I think if it would be better if the government and the economy gave the youth a chance to embrace the brilliance of the mind. I think that's what is more needed.